Good morning, distinguished delegates, guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Thalini Sulawalanon, Assistant to the Representative of, of the ASEAN Intergovernmental Commissions on Human Rights, or the AICHA.
My name is Natana Tidikar from the Law Reform Commission of Thailand, or LRCT.
We will be serving as your master of ceremony in this today event. And on behalf of the organizer, we would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to the second regional consultations on prospects, challenges to developing ASEAN standards and mechanisms on the rights of workers. These regional consultations is jointly organized by the Law Reform Commissions of Thailand, the National Human Rights Commission of Thailand, and the representative of Thailand to the AICHA. The first regional consultation was conducted in November last year with participation of various stakeholders, including ASEAN government officials, experts on rights of workers, and representatives from UN agencies. And the second regional consultation have received a number of substantive inputs from participants contributing to the draft ASEAN Agreement on the promotion and protections of the rights of workers. The second regional consultation is therefore conducted with a view to further discussing the possible and appropriate standards and modalities for the protection and promotion of the rights of workers in ASEAN. And for the opening section, we have the honor from our four guests of honor to give a welcoming and opening remarks to all participants. Ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity to introduce all of them. First, Mr. Arak Phomani, the Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Labour of Thailand. Second, Ms. Suni Chayarot, the Vice President of the Law Reform Commissions of Thailand. Third, Professor Dr. Amara Phungsapit, the Chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission of Thailand. And fourth, Dr. Seri Nontasut, the representative of Thailand to the AICHA. And in this regard, may I invite Mr. Arak to first deliver welcoming remarks and then followed by Ms. Suni, Dr. Amara and Dr. Seri. Please sir, the floor is yours.
Suni Chairot, Vice President of the Law Reform Commission of Thailand. Professor Dr. Amara Phungsapit, Chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission of Thailand. Dr. Seri Nontasut, represents of Thailand to the AICHA. Distinguished participation, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Ministry of Labour, I would like to welcome you all of Thailand. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizer for hosting this regional consultation. Thailand is a country of the destination for many migrant workers, particularly those from our neighboring countries. Whereas the government acknowledges the importance of migrant workers that contributed to Thai's economy. This regional consultation is the second regional consultation that I have attended. The first regional consultation was aimed for the ASEAN's government officials to exchange their experience, recommendation, and challenges on the protections of labor in ASEAN. This regional consultation will be an opportunity for civil societies, non-government organizations and workers, both regional and national, to voice their concern and recommendation on how to improve labor in ASEAN region. We, Ministry of Labour, are in the process of developing an instrument with ASEAN member states to protect and promote the rights of migrant workers in ASEAN region. It is a crucial step for ASEAN is moving forward on labor migration is response to the forthcoming of ASEAN community. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Ministry of Labor, I would like to encourage all participants to make the most use of this opportunity and wish the meeting all the success. Thank you.
The Deputy Permanent Secretary of Labor, Mr. Alak, the Thai representative to ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights, Aisha, the Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission of Thailand, Ajahn Amara, which is our co-organizer of this consultation. The representative from workers' organization, trade union, civil society organization, academic and experts who working on labor rights, migrant workers and human rights at national, regional and international levels. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to participate and share in this, the second regional concentration on prospects, challenge to developing ASEAN standard and mechanism on the rights of workers. Our workers now are facing various problems which impacts on their rights, irrespective of whether she or he is working under a contract of hire or not, whether she or he is self-employed, agricultural workers, temporary contract workers, labor agencies, workers who work in the territory of another ASEAN member state, frontier workers, as well as migrant and third country workers, all together with their families. Our efforts here will bring us towards further cooperation to protect and support human rights, human dignity of all workers in ASEAN through developing ASEAN standard and mechanism. ASEAN has created several standard measurements and mechanisms to protect and support labor rights, such as the ASEAN Declaration on the Protection and Promotion of the Rights of Migrant Workers, or the Cebu Declaration, the ASEAN Human Rights Declaration, repository matrix of legislations and policies on migrant workers of ASEAN member states, ASEAN Committee on the Implementation of the ASEAN Declaration on the Protection and Promotion of the Rights of Migrant Workers, ACMW, and the ASEAN Labour Ministries meeting, which are in great process. However, in this speedy developing world, they do incur needs to cope up with life, having ASEAN mission standards with international standards that provides equal treatment for every workers. The Law Reform Commission of Thailand has mandated an important authority to revise and develop national laws and to submit opinions to the Cabinet concerning plans to enact law necessarily to pursue state policies and administration of state affairs plans of the national government. This led to the formation of LRCT's Subcommittee on Law Reform for ASEAN Community, which has conducted studies, research, and gathered preliminary opinions from all concerned sectors in producing the draft ASEAN Agreement on the promotion and protection of the rights of workers, which is aimed to be a fundamental of the concept on protection the rights of workers and their benefit for all ASEAN member states. The Law Reform Commission of Thailand, with the cooperation of the National Human Rights Commission of Thailand and the Thai representative to ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights, organized the second regional consultation on prospects challenge to developing ASEAN standard and mechanism on the rights of workers, with the purpose to be the next step for sharing ideas and experience with workers and organizations in both national and international sector working for human rights and labor rights as mentioned above. Previously, the first regional concentration purpose is to focus on sharing ideas and experience with the government departments and related organizations such as ASEAN Senior Labor Officials Meeting, SLOM representative. The representative of ASEAN Committee on the implementation of the ASEAN Declaration on the protection and promotion of the rights of migrant workers, including AISA, ACWC, ILO, and ASEAN Secretariat. The main purpose of this second regional concentration is to concentrate on the research studies and also the draft ASEAN Agreement on promotion and protection of rights of the workers to evaluate the development of situation and challenge of labor rights in ASEAN for further consultation in developing and design the agreement properly to be the one ASEAN standard. Ladies and gentlemen, in this year, we are going toward to be ASEAN community. I have strongly believed in our potential and power to develop the better economy and society for our ASEAN member states, to have higher equality, to have higher quality of life and the betterment of labor rights, protection of workers. If each ASEAN country can have mutual agreement in making joint standard to promote and protect labor rights of our workers, irrespective of their nationality or their immigration legality. The benefit will therefore be upon the world, be upon the sent and received workers' country. Consequently, this will improve the system of the regional standard for the protection of workers' rights as the quote of one vision, one identity, one community. Our mission is uplifting labor rights under one ASEAN standard. Ladies and gentlemen, at this ending, I wish for the success of our concentration with the hope that it will be an encouragement for all of us to continue our action for protection and promotion of the rights of workers in this coming era. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see many familiar faces again and welcome new faces. This is the second regional consultation on the issue of rights of workers, for which AICHA and the Law Reform Commission and the National Human Rights Commission of Thailand had cooperated in organizing. It is an issue urgently needed, urgent need for further work. Everyone knows the importance of rights of workers. Everyone knows that the issue is also difficult to tackle. And that's why we have been delaying and procrastinating in tackling the issue systematically and seriously, especially when the issue becomes a regional issue. At the national level, it is difficult enough, but when it's regional, it's much, much more difficult. And we have been delaying and delaying, which is understandable. From the National Human Rights Institute at the regional level, when we meet, in the past 5-6 years, usually we meet regularly, but during the past 5 years that I have become the chair of the commission, we attended our annual meeting, and every meeting they'll discuss the issue of migrant workers. And we have attempted to work together, and we know that among national human rights institutes in ASEAN, there are both receiving countries, sending countries, and transferring countries such as Thailand. Thailand take off labels. Because of the different positions that we are in, when we wanted to work together during the past 5 years, we have been able to achieve very little. We achieved in fact-finding projects and exchange of experiences, but that's all. We have not been able to go further. So I welcome further collaboration when the Law Reform Commission and AICHA approached NHRI and asked us to cooperate, because we need multi-stakeholders to come into the playing field to work together. Last time at the first regional consultation, we also shared experiences, and we tried to learn how to support each other, both receiving and sending countries. We tried to work on how to do better, and we went to visit some sites to see how the receiving and sending countries can work together at Samut Sakhon. Last time we also discussed on the draft ASEAN standard. So this time, the second regional consultation on the issue of prospects and challenges to develop ASEAN standard for rights of workers. We need to move further. The year 2015 is ending. ASEAN community is coming, and we are in urgent need of some agreement on how to deal with migrant workers. Looking at the challenges, we have to work on how to integrate both national and regional labor policies in order that the 10 of us, the 10 ASEAN countries, can work together peacefully, benefiting everyone without leading to strong conflict. We have to develop labor policies which incorporate policies of all the countries, all the member countries, and see how they can complement each other and how they can supplement each other. I think that is being attempted in the draft ASEAN standard which had been proposed, but we need to discuss that a bit further. So the challenges are still here, but we need to open our minds and hearts to try to see how the different stakeholders can both benefit, but not fully. We have to give as well. We cannot take all. Some have to give and some have to take. In terms of prospects, we will look into the implementation of the labor standard which are being proposed. We need to identify modality for closer cooperation in advancing the implementation process. This is not easy, and not only us, the three organizers who are not government people that can hope. The government agencies themselves need to open their minds and hearts and move forward together for the benefit of all of us. So With that, I hope that this meeting, which is the second consultation regional meeting, will move forward in achieving an improved draft ASEAN standard on workers, as well as leading towards the ASEAN Commission, the establishment of the ASEAN Commission on Migrant Workers. I talked to the representative from our Labor Department, and he's not very hopeful. But I recommend, I suggest with my humble experience that we need to start maybe with minimum requirements and promise that we will work together to develop better documents. I also hope that ASEAN country members there will be more of us signing on the Convention on the Rights of Migrant Workers and their families. So this is my pledge, personal and institutional, that we need to work together to move forward to improve conditions of migrant workers, and with the goal of having the ASEAN Commission on Migrant Workers, as well as the goal of having ASEAN member countries signing the Convention on the Rights of Migrant Workers and their families. Thank you.
Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. It is, of course, my distinct honor and pleasure to have the opportunity to co-host this event again with the Law Reform Commission and the National Human Rights Commission. This is the second time that the three organizations jointly organized this event. In November 2014, we invited participants from the government sector, particularly of officials whose portfolio pertains to labor. This time, the participants are from CSO section. Today, the purpose of this workshop is twofold. On the one hand, as is evident by the title, the focus is on the challenges to the development of ASEAN standards and mechanisms on the rights of workers, of which there are many. On the other hand, we seek to provide inputs and initiatives to the process of developing the regional standards for workers. And on this, I wish to underscore the contribution of the Law Reform Commission and its ASEAN subcommittee in drafting a text whose content will hopefully be considered by the negotiating panel of ASEAN. It is a work in progress that runs parallel to the negotiation process that is now underway. Among the 9 core international human rights instruments, there are only 2 conventions, of which all 10 ASEAN member states are members. They are, of course, Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW, and Convention on the Rights of the Child, CRC. The International Convention on the Protection of the Rights of all Migrant Workers and Members of their Families is a relatively new instrument, being adopted in 1990. And in ASEAN, there are only 2 countries that are members, and one member state that has signed but not yet fully ratified the convention. Thailand is not a member of that convention, but we can cite a good example of transparency and leadership. In July last year, I urged the government, and I'm pleased to say that the Thai government at that time was very cooperative in organizing the first thematic dialogue on migrant workers. On the Thai government side, they formed a multi-agency team to provide information to the AICHA on the various aspects of how migrant workers are treated, such as health, education, access to justice. Moreover, the dialogue marks the first occasion in which the AICHA representatives were taken on a field trip to Samut Sakhon, as highlighted by Dr. Amara, to observe the treatment of migrant workers at the provincial hospital and a school that provides education to classes that mix Thai and children of migrant workers together. As the full commencement of the ASEAN Economic Community is drawing near, Dr. Amara already said 2015 is closing. It's just started, but in my mind it's already closing as well. The protection of ASEAN workers, especially the migrant, in my mind, is a litmus test of the success, integrity, and viability of ASEAN as a whole. We cannot be a true community that places the people at its center if we fail to put in place common principles and mechanisms that provide protection of the rights of the workers who are part and parcel of the economic and social development of our community, and as right holders are entitled to the respect and protection from our governments. I hope that the outcome of today's consultation will contribute further to the process of creating an ASEAN standard for the promotion and protection of migrant workers, of workers in general, and sincerely hope that under the Malaysian chairmanship, we will be able to conclude the negotiation of the instrument that will be introduced in concurrence with the commencement of the ASEAN community in 2016. I wish the success of this particular workshop and stand ready to support any further endeavor in the enhancement of the rights of ASEAN workers. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the next section, we would like to invite all of you to have a group photo on the stage.